Hi learners! Welcome to our Learning Math series. My name is Coach MJ and I'm from Tula and tutor ko. Sa video natin ngayon, pag-aaralan natin kung ano ang division with decimals. Ano kaya to? Sige, simulan natin. Let's imagine, you are preparing very hard to compete in a marathon next month. Isang araw, nag-training ka. Mula bahay, tinakbo mo papuntang school at pabalik ulit ng bahay. In total, ang tinakbo mo ay 25.2 kilometers in 3.5 hours. For you to be able to run that far in 3.5 hours, how many kilometers per hour did you run? In math terms, what is 25.2 kilometers divided by 3.5 hours? Para masagutan natin ang ating mga tanong, kailangan nating balikan ang basic operations natin in math. We have 4 basic operations in math. These are addition and subtraction, and multiplication and division. We use these operations to solve equations and math problems. Sa lesson natin ngayon, gagamitin natin ang division. Pero hindi lang ang usual division kasi may challenge tayo na decimals. Ano nga ba ang decimals? Decimals are a way of expressing a part of a whole. We can think of it like taking a slice from one whole pizza. Hindi na magiging buo ang pizza kapag nakakuha tayo ng isang slice. And the slice we get can be represented using decimals. Ang decimal point naman ay isang tuldok sa tabi ng isang number. Pero, bakit division ang gagamitin natin? Alam na natin na ang division is when we distribute things into equal groups. Let's use our example a while ago as a way to explain. We can imagine that we want to group distance, which we measured in kilometers, together with time, which we measured in hours. If we divide distance by time, or in this case, the number of kilometers by the number of hours, makakakuha tayo ng isang group na pwede nating tawagin as kilometers in an hour. Let's start with step 1. Kung nakalimutan niyo man, this is what the division house looks like. We have to put the number being divided, or the dividend, inside the division house. And next, we have to put the number doing the division, or the divisor, outside of the division house. And it should look like this. Now, let's proceed to step 2. Make sure that the divisor is a whole number. To do this, we have to move its decimal point to the rightmost so that it becomes a whole number. Now, it's 35 with the decimal at the end. Na actually, parehas lang sa 35. Tandaan nyo, kung ano man ang gagawin nyo sa divisor, dapat gagawin nyo rin sa dividend. So, since we moved the decimal point of the divisor to the right once, we also have to move the decimal point of the dividend to the right once. Take note, it doesn't matter if our dividend becomes a whole number or not. What's important is that we move its decimal point the same number of times as the decimal point of the divisor. So now, it's 252 with the decimal point at the end. Now, before we remove the decimal point, we have to place the decimal point directly above, like this. So we will put it here on top of the division house, aligned with the decimal point of the dividend. Now, we can remove the decimal point of our dividend. We can now do step 3. Solve using long division. First, we have to divide the first possible number inside by the number outside. Hindi natin pwedeng i-divide ang 2 sa 35. Masyadong maliit. Hindi rin natin pwedeng i-divide ang 25 sa 35. Maliit pa rin. Kaya ang first possible number natin ay 252 agad. So 252 divided by 35 is 7. We need to make sure that we write the answer on top of the last digit of the number we divided, which is the second 2. Now, we have to multiply the answer by the number outside. So that's 7 times 35, which is equal to 245. Then, we have to subtract the numbers. So 252 minus 245 is equal to 7. Next, we have to bring down the next digit of the dividend. We still have 7 here, but there's no more numbers beside the last digit of the dividend. But remember, we have a decimal point at the end of the dividend, just like all whole numbers do. So, we can bring down the 0 here, and our 7 becomes 70. All we have to do now is to repeat until our last number is 0. So, 70 divided by 35 is 2, which we will put here after the decimal point. Next, 2 multiplied to 35 will give us 70. And then we subtract that, and we get 0. And so, our final answer is 7.2. So, balikan ulit natin yung questions natin kanina. How many kilometers per hour did you run? Or in math terms, what is 25.2 kilometers divided by 3.5 hours? Gaya nga ng natutunan natin, 25.2 divided by 3.5 is 7.2 kilometers. That means that you ran 7.2 kilometers per hour. To practice what we learned, try answering these problems on your own. You can pause this video and play it again when you're ready to check your answers. Ready ka na ba? Here are the correct answers. Good job! You finished watching our video about division with decimals from the Learning Math series. May natutunan ka ba? Gusto mo pang mag-level up? Click that bell button below to subscribe so you'll get notified of new videos. Pwede mo ring puntahan ng YouTube channel namin. Happy learning!